Hi Libra, this is a download I pulled out for you guys for this weekend, the weekend of the 17th and moving into this week. I think it's good for almost any placement of Libra in your natal chart. I did hear a lot of Mercury in Libra and Mars in Libra actually, and it could resonate for love, but it could resonate for other parts of your life. I kind of wanted to deviate away from my typical love and life spread and try to focus more on you. If you don't feel like you resonate with this could be the energy of someone around you, and this is a message about that person. But I felt like you guys needed some support. They wanted me to start with my Surrender to Now deck, and what came out, first messages out are surrender obsessive thinking, surrender to what is, and surrender to inner peace. Some of you have really been overthinking something and you need to just radically accept and let it go. Like it is what it is. I feel like some of you, based on everything I see here, have created and cultivated an inner peace for yourself, but I feel like you're having some regrets. I feel like things aren't going the way you want. I feel like you have inner peace now, like you walked away from a scenario that brought you peace, but now peace isn't. It's not that you want the opposite of peace. It's not that you want drama. It's just that I think that some of you gave something up to have inner peace, and Spirit's trying to say to you, just try to enjoy it. Try to have this inner refuge at this time and just work on cultivating inner peace on a daily basis. Like stop overthinking whatever it is you're overthinking. That just is what it is at this time. Out of my second oracle deck, this is actually two oracle decks that I have combined into one. Why? I don't know. They just told me to. Refuge, acceptance, self-love, and peace again. Wisdom is at the bottom of the deck. Manifesting dreams is down here too. I think that now is a time for radical acceptance for sure. And you are in a refuge. You are in a safe place. It's time to just accept what you can't control, accept what was not meant to be. It is a time of just focusing on loving yourself. And here's a second card of peace. We have peace and inner peace. The final outcome of the spread was also the Hanged Man, which is also about peace. Whatever you've been through has brought in a lot of knowledge, and now is a time to just accept, focus on loving yourself, creating peace and enjoying peace in your life and transmuting knowledge and turning it into wisdom. It is definitely a time to turn knowledge into wisdom. But that only comes when we practice acceptance and it is what it is, and we love ourselves and we focus on that inner peace. Your advice overall from the Divine Dog, guilt, turn off the guilt alarm. Look at his face. I dumped over the trash. Love this hound dog. Whatever you've been feeling guilty about, it's time to turn that off. Be open, embrace the possible. You do have new possibilities that you need to open yourself to. Something will not be open unless you embrace it, unless you embrace what is possible and you allow yourself to be open. And gratitude, give thanks, self-worth, love what you see. I feel like this might be tough for some of you because I'm sensing here with these other messages and through the tarot that you want more than you have at the moment, and it is not easy for you to be open to new possibilities. It's not easy for you to love what you see now. Spirit's reminding you, you do have a lot to love. And there's a lot about yourself to love, and you do have things to be grateful for and thankful for. Stop focusing on what you want that you do not have, and focus on the peace that you worked really hard to create in your life, and be grateful for what you do have, and let go of whatever you're feeling guilty about and embrace new possibilities for yourself. In your recent past, the Empress, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. I clarified this with the second deck, and I had the Emperor, the Eight of Cups, and Death. Some of you walked away from someone, because I have an Emperor and an Empress here. Some of you walked away, like you let something die, you walked all the way away. This may have been a father figure or a masculine, or someone that did actually die. They passed away, you had to let that go and put it behind you and walk away, or you've walked away from this person. So there's been a walking away. For some of you, when someone died, you inherited something, and you inherited quite a bit. Or in the past, you might have had it all. You might have really had it all. Like sitting pretty, you didn't have to work too hard. I heard is a glamorous life. Some of you had a glamorous life at one point, or maybe like a year or so ago, you were doing really well financially. Like you had it all. You had a lot of abundance. Or someone might have, like I said, passed away, and you might have inherited a lot of abundance when they did pass away and die. Or you just had everything, but there was a walking away. Some of you maybe claimed independence from this person, and that felt really good. Or you had a lot of abundance with them, but you've left that behind. Because your current energy is the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the Moon. You don't look happy right now. You look really uncomfortable, imagining worst case scenarios, struggling to find a solution. Over the weekend, you just might like really, really be in your head. Someone's going to really be in their head. And almost like an, oh my God, what have I done? Or, oh my God, what am I going to do next? I'm seeing struggles with sleeping, maybe worried about your own health. Just worried in general, and sad and emotional and moody. Clarifying this, the 4 of Cups flew into the reverse, so there was a mopey feeling here. The 4 of Cups in reverse, Strength and the Devil. Some of you have been really battling your demons. You're going through something really difficult. Because here's obsessive thinking with the Devil, the 8, the 9 of Swords, and the Moon. And that came out as an oracle message. Battling demons, trying to be strong. I think there's something that you've been kind of mopey about for a while, and Spirit's saying you really need to get over that now. Like you've done your sitting and contemplation long enough, and it's like that's like no longer serving you at this point. Like there's a stagnancy here. And I'm hearing something about this masculine and the lifestyle you had and the money. Like for some of you, you walked away from a very negative or toxic person, and you know that, and it brought a lot of peace into your life, but a part of you is almost tempted to go back to this because of all that you once had with that person or in that life. Or just struggling to let it go. Some of you are having like some PTSD responses to something from the past. It's a struggle. You're having stress, anxiety, bad dreams, confused, emotional. I'm also hearing that some of you are having downloads and dreams that you're not sure if it's like Spirit talking to you or something negative or unhealthy trying to talk to you. That might all be in your imagination with the 8 of Swords and the Moon. You're struggling to know what it is that Spirit's saying to you versus what you're saying to yourself. You struggle to trust what you hear your intuition tell you. And just struggling to be strong in the face of something very difficult. Watch out for imagining worst case scenarios. It's like, I feel like you guys walked away from something where you might have had a lot, but now you're like, oh God, what have I done? Like I freed myself from something, but I also lost a lot. I keep hearing over and over again, you're battling your own shadow traits, your own motivations, unhealthy patterns from the past. There is some shame and guilt involved and some sadness. But you have that's separated you from living a lot of life, I think. And in the near future, the 3 of Wands, you're looking at the future, but here's that 4 of Cups again. You don't really know what you want, and the Hangman. When I clarified this, I got the Page of Pentacles, but then the 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles is at the bottom of this deck is 2. Oh, and 5 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles and Justice. Some of you made a choice that changed your financial stability and your life financially, or someone has. I'm hearing that someone's had like a stroke of bad luck. Like everybody loves this feeling, right? Having it all. Doing well, luxury and abundance. I feel like there's a waiting. I feel like you're looking at something that you want to have or you want to develop, but you won't invest in it. Like you can't afford that right now, or you hold back. There's stuff that you struggle to let go of, and this is making you mad. I'm hearing that some of you are someone is experiencing anger and bitterness. Because it's like you have what you want, maybe you can't have at the moment because money might be a problem, like moving, relocating might be a problem. And with justice down here, this might just be the result of a past choice you made previously that's put you in a scenario that like you just have to radically accept. Things won't move quickly. It is what it is. You may or may not have done this to yourself, but you are where you are right now. There is a need to be patient. There is a need to wait. There is a need to be careful. In particular with like money, someone does want to develop something and get something going here, but there's this anger that it's not happening. I hear that some of you are really mad at this about the scenario that you're in now, but you know that you have no choice but to radically accept it. And the Wheel of Fortune is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, with the 5 of Cups and the World. Sad that something is over. Some of you are maybe this weekend or this week, you will feel kind of bad and guilty about some cycles that you've ended. You'll let yourself cry about some stuff and cry about some of the ways that things have played out for you. There is a need to just move on and move forward. There could be success down here for you at some point. And just hold your head high. But I feel like some of you walked away from something that you really thought would bring you peace, and it did, but in doing so, you lost something, or someone lost something, and now things aren't going the way they want, and they're kind of angry about it. And that's really tough. You do have refuge right now. Just continue to work on accepting what it is. I am hearing someone get really angry and tantrumy. Like, I can't accept it. Newsflash, your inability to accept something is not going to change the scenario. You can either accept it or not, but it still is what it is. That's what I'm hearing someone saying. I can't accept this. You don't have to, but it's your unacceptance of it isn't going to change it, is what I'm hearing. All you can do now is focus on self-love and peace. You have gained wisdom. You do have inner peace. Watch out for just continuously not being able to your guides are saying flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, you have to accept it and it will bring you peace. But doing the obsessive thinking and refusing to surrender to what is, it's like you're going to fuck up your own opportunity to have that peace and inner peace. I'm hearing that some of you are like, you left something that you needed to leave behind, but it left you with nothing but your own anxiety and thoughts rattling around in your head and woulda, coulda, shoulda, and maybe I should have done something differently. I'm also hearing that some of you are not going to get the support that you wanted to get from someone, in particular financially. You are about to move into kind of a tough cycle financially for yourself as well, or someone is. But that just is what it is at this time. It's just a cycle. With that wisdom card coming out, it's really about retrace your steps. What have you learned? What parts of this past cycle do you not ever want to repeat again? What can you do differently moving forward? Also, give yourself permission to not really know what you want at this time. Also, someone needs to hear this. Not all of you need to hear this, but some of you need to hear this. Standing here on the shoreline and doing nothing and waiting for spirit to just drop your life in your lap, that's not really participating in life. You're here on earth to go after things. If you don't know what you want right now, that's okay. You just don't. It's okay to not know what you want. But waiting for the world to come to you and getting mad that it's not, you're meant to go for something as a human being. We're meant to go for it, not wait for it to come to us. Yeah, someone needed to hear that. But just look at what you do have that you can give thanks for. Love what is. There is enough to love. If you feel like you don't have enough possibilities, it might be because you're not opening yourself up and embracing what's possible. You might have been focusing on what was impossible, but you didn't care. That's what you wanted. Spirit saying what you wanted, what you've been obsessing about, just like really isn't possible. But other things are possible if you just open up to those other things. Guilt is not going to help you. Work through that guilt, forgive yourself, apologize to whomever you need to as well if you feel like you do. But not this guy. You didn't need to apologize to him. I'm hearing that this Emperor got a lot and you didn't. You might be feeling guilty that you didn't stick up for yourself at a different time when you should have. You cannot go back. You have to radically accept what you can't change and surrender. In order to move forward and be happier, you may need to make a sacrifice. But right now, it's time to face those demons and work through that. Focus on creating inner peace for yourself, Libra, so that we can get this 8 and 9 of Swords and the Moon off the table for you. Make a list of what makes you happy right now. That's a good idea. I'm going to do that too. This is kind of a tough message. For whatever reason, Spirit thought that some of you needed to hear that or needed to hear that about someone that you're close to. Maybe this is about a partner that, or someone you really care about, that you need to know that they're working through all of this as well. And you just need to be patient with them. Money will be tight for a while for you guys regardless. Just focus on that piece. Okay, Libra, that's your download. I hope it resonates with you if it does. I hope it helps. Link to my website for private readings is down below. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Libra Nation. Bye. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.